So an interesting story out of the Detroit Red Wings. I know a lot of fans have been super excited to talk about the goaltending. Yeah, that's right. Peter Mrazek has been brought into Detroit. He's doing his thing, and the Wings have some prospects that are of note as well. Not only is Sebastian Cossa doing his thing in the American Hockey League, but you also have Trey Augustine, super talented, super great in the NCAA, and a guy who was recently named the Big Ten Goalie of the Year. It's been a pretty good run here for Red Wings goalie prospects, but in this video, we are not even talking about that Trey Augustine. Don't get me wrong, we can. It's an option to go out there and talk once more about a guy we've been hyping up for years. But in this video, we are talking about another Red Wings prospect who makes his bread and butter in between the pipes, and who might even be more impressive, considering the league and the circumstance. This show is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Go out there, check out that first link in the description to save some money on your VPN, get some free months, and support this YouTube channel in the process. I'm not going to go out there and say that this is a better prospect than Trey Augustine. I think Augustine is super close to being a pro. He has higher likelihood of becoming a stud at the National Hockey League level. He has been putting in the work. He has the athleticism. He has the form. He has a lot of things going for him. But in this video, we're talking about a guy whose season itself may be more impressive when you think about what's gone on so far. Let's head over to the QMJHL and talk about Moncton Wildcats goalie Rudy Guimond. Now, if this is not a name you've heard of before, that's okay, because Rudy Guimond is 19 years old, 6'3", 172-pound left-handed goalie drafted by the Wings in the 6th round of the 2023 NHL Entry Draft. This guy has been in the Wings organization for almost 2 years, but as a 6th-round pick, you probably have not really seen too much out of him. Now, Rudy Guimond, when he was drafted by the Wings, was taken out of the Yale Junior Bulldogs U18 AAA team, as well as playing a little bit for Taft's school in the USHS Prep School League. There, he posted up really good save percentage numbers, but the league is so obscure and under-scouted that he didn't even have goals against average numbers. He just had the save percentages there. Pretty good numbers, all things considered, but it's tough to really project anything out of a player who doesn't have as many eyes on him as some of the other prospects in the CHL or in the NCAA, for example. Rudy Guimond, if you talk about the scouting report, this is what was written about on the Elite Prospects Draft Guide back in 2023. I feel comfortable going out there and screenshotting this because it's a 6th-round draft pick scouting report from 2 years ago. Elite Prospects gave Rudy Guimond an F grade. And the scouting report reads this: with a long-term commitment to Yale in his back pocket, Quebec-born Rudy Guimond decided to go the American high school route in 22-23. His 6'3" frame was an incredible advantage in this league. He generally keeps his routes short across the crease by keeping his depth fairly shallow even off the rush. He has trouble building backwards momentum at times, and is prone to awkward footwork around the post, leading to some questions about his overall skating ability. Playing a style that uses his size effectively is still a work in progress for Guimond. You don't have to hit your spots as frequently or as precisely when you're playing against inexperienced shooters who are likely facing one of the largest goaltenders that they have ever seen. It may be a rude awakening when he reaches the next level. There isn't much doubt that Guimond can rectify a lot of his issues. Improving his skating will be his biggest wildcard. With his size, even just cleaning up his crease movements and the post integration would go a long way to him reaching another gear. Things tend to spiral when he realizes he is a step behind a play, which means cleaning up his footwork is imperative to reaching his full potential as an NHL goaltender. So, a very pessimistic scouting report, as indicated by the F grading that he was given, and those comments, you could say, may have applied to Guimond as he played in the Cedar Rapids Rough Rider system in the USHL the next 2 seasons. Last year, he had an .869 save percentage in 32 games played. This year, he had an .887 save percentage in 6 games played. Not great in the slightest, but things changed earlier in November when Rudy Guimond ended up leaving the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders and going to Moncton in the QMJHL. Now, I'm going to be honest, why he chose Moncton, I'm not sure. The Wildcats already had a few goaltenders, and it's not like he was drafted in the QMJHL or CHL drafts by Moncton. He was just going over there for whatever reason. But it was proven to be a good decision because in Rudy Guimond's 15 games with the Moncton Wildcats this season, the guy has a .948 save percentage, a .152 goals against average, 3 shutouts, and he is 15-0-0. He is literally undefeated so far. And if you look at the game log here, you'll see that Moncton is an absolute powerhouse. They've won... How many games is that in a row? Gosh darn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games in a row, and Rudy Guimond has been the goaltender in 8 of them. He's rotating in and out, and the save percentages speak for themselves. The worst number you're looking at here was a 5-4 shootout win where Guimond had an .895 save percentage. All the other games, .917, .926, .944, .977, and 2 shutouts in there too, spanning back to the start of February. This is why I say, even though Trey Augustine may be the better prospect, I think he's got a lot more of a chance to being a stud at the National Hockey League level. What Rudy Guimond has done to go from a goalie who was getting lit up in the Cedar Rapids Rough Rider system to being undefeated and literally the best goalie in the QMJHL save percentage-wise this season, that is absolutely outstanding. The QMJHL doesn't have many guys who are above a .900 save percentage, period. Never mind a .948. He also leads the league in goals against average by a pretty significant margin. The second place guy has a .186 GAA. But I get it. You could go out there and say, hey Lego, it's the QMJHL. You can't really put too much stock in anybody from this league, to be honest. Never mind the goaltenders. I mean, how many goalies in this gosh darn league are NHL prospects? I count 3? Mikus Vekvanogs is a Montreal Canadiens guy, and you have Jakub Milota, who is a Nashville Predators guy, not to mention Guimond, who is a Red Wings guy. Every other goalie, it seems like, is undrafted, so it doesn't really breed the most NHL projectable names when you look through the QMJHL's list this season. But still, Rudy Guimond is doing some fantastic things, and I think it deserves a video. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this underrated Red Wings prospect who is undefeated right now in the QMJHL and whose overall profile is that of one of the best goalies in the gosh darn league itself. I don't know how the award system is going to work, if Guimond is going to be nominated for anything important over the CHL or the QMJHL. The fact that he leads the league in save percentage and goals against average probably is worth something, but at the end of the day, this is one of the bigger stories that is under the radar in Red Wings prospect land. So, thoughts in the comment section below about Sebastian Cossa. What are your thoughts on Trey Augustine? Lots to go over when it comes to Wings goalie prospects, but Rudy Guimond in the QMJHL is the most underrated one. So, thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.